Well, it's the 1st of May, and it's the first almost spring-like day. And then we're going right to summer tomorrow to mid 80 degrees, 50s and 60s at night. So after a long, cold, snowy winter springtime, it was more like winter. And trout season has opened, fishing season. And well, I got a fishing story for you. Many years ago, we took a road trip up through Vermont, over into Canada. We cut through Smuggler's Notch, went to a place called Grand Island, and there's a lake there called Champlain, Lake Champlain. And it was lunchtime, we were hungry, so we stopped at a Subway and bought some grinders. Bought a nice pastrami grinder with cheese. And so we stopped by this causeway bridge at Grand Island on the edge of Lake Champlain. And we had our fishing rods with us. I had a medium size rod, spinning rod. And there was these large toads all over the place by the shore hopping around. And we decided to use them for bait. So we're sitting there, and I hooked a toad through his back leg with a big treble hook and a sinker, and I casted him way out. And it's like a sort of a half lake, half river, one part of Champlain, because it goes into a river. I don't know what river it was, but it's like in a bay before the river starts. So I'm sitting there and put the rod down in a holder. We use like PCV pipe, and you bang one end down and you make a sharp point and you stick it in the ground like 1.5, 2-inch piece, and your fishing rod handle sits right in it. And my rod started bending over, the line went out, and it bent over, came back, bent way over. And I picked it up and went to pull it in and snapped the line. And here's where we take a break from reality. And this is an absolutely true story. It's absolutely true that it's a story. And so I'm sitting there and I wonder what the heck that was. Probably a big sturgeon or something. And we're eating our sandwich wondering. And I'm looking at my broken line and rod. And up out of the water comes this, about the size of a large seal with flippers, but this seal had a long neck, and its head looked just like a regular seal. And he was barking and moaning, and he came up on the shore right in front of us. So I noticed he was sitting there looking at us, blinking his eyes and moaning, and I saw he had the treble hook stuck through his flipper, the edge of his flipper. So I went down, and he wasn't scared, he didn't bite, and I was telling him, be good, be still, and petted him, and got some heavy-duty wire clippers, and I clipped the barb off the other end so you can pull the hook out smooth. I did that, and he seemed very grateful, and I said I was sorry that I hooked him. He had a long neck. It looked just like a big seal with a long neck. It was OgoPogo. I hooked OgoPogo. What a fishing story. So we sat there and I gave him half my grinder. He didn't like the bread and vegetables, but he really liked the pastrami. And then we sat there and he just kind of like a seal with a long neck, about almost 3 feet long, a little bit longer, and it attached to his regular neck and body, and he flipped off and he went out, and you can see his head, and then he went down, and OgoPogo's gone. The day I helped OgoPogo, because I had to, because I hooked him. And that's the OgoPogo story.